Welcome to another episode of The Offspring of a Single Mom, a podcast where I share the chapters of my life honestly, softly, and from the strength I learned from the woman who raised me. I hope you enjoyed the last episode. It's been a minute and I'm currently in a different state, so I still have to shoot regardless. So, I want to talk about something personal that I experienced recently, and I saw a friend's YouTube about it as well, and I'm like, why not? Anyways, this is a podcast where I should share chapters of my life, right? And every time it's definitely not rosy. Before we dive right into that, I would like to give a big shout out to Dexterity Graphics on Instagram for making me this polo, Offspring of a Single Mom. And I want you guys to go follow their page, patronize them, like and share their content. They have so many lovely t-shirts that I'm also looking forward to buying. Something about Idon Ghetto Boys. They have really nice designs. And if you have quotes that you would like to print on shirts, they are very good at that. And their shirt is really of great quality. So guys, rush and patronize them. Earlier this year, around April, I had my menstrual period, and um I had my menstrual period, and it was like a normal period, right? But after like a week the period like persists, and I'm like, what is going on? Why am I menstruating for like a week? Usually I'll do 3 to 5 days and I'm done, but like play this thing was like getting to like a week, 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm going to the gynecologist. So I went to the hospital. I went to Maristow because on the island. I went to Maristow to see a gynecologist, and when I got there, I said, I think it might be my hormones. Let me do hormonal profile. It was like, no, we have to start from the beginning. Did you use any contraceptive? I said no. Did you do this? Did you do that? I said no. Okay, are you pregnant? I said no. Okay, let's have a pregnancy test. So I did pregnancy test. I did a full blood count. I did a abdominal scan. After all of this, test is very expensive on the island. This is not cheap. So after all of this, he said I should do hormonal profile. Now they said hormonal profile is 75,000 naira. I said, after spending like 50k already, I don't have 75k. I actually came here with 100k. But now it's left with like, less than that. That's okay, I'll do it next time. So I went to the lab where I did the abdominal scan and I tried to find out the price. They said their own is even 100k. I'm like, top. Thank God. Say I be bad babe. I sharply called the laboratory that I used to use in Ibadan. Hello, hi, I want to do this, I want to do hormonal profile. How much is it? They were like, it's 50,000 naira. I'm like, perfect. I'm coming to Ibadan next week, so I'll be doing a test. So I went to Ibadan to do my hormonal profile test. I got the test in almost the same day, and it was perfect. Like nothing was wrong with me. So I don't even know why I was bleeding for that long. I had my menstrual period for like a month and 1 week. So I started bleeding like April 11th. It didn't stop until like May 11th. No, May 14th, sorry. About May 14th before the bleeding stopped. Believe me, this 1 month and 1 week has to be like the worst 1 month and 1 week of my entire existence. Guys, this is not a joke. This is severe. I was weak. I felt sick. I was just irritated. A lot was going on with me. I was cranky. Do you know what it's like to be using like one time? There was a day I was bleeding every day. I used one tampon in a day, like 20 tampons, and it was the yellow one, so it could not absorb a lot, right? So after that one got finished, I had to buy the green one. If you know, you know. So I'll use tampon, I'll use pad, because it was getting full like almost immediately, like after 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I had to change over and over and over. Guys, I would not wish this upon my enemy. So in the course of that, while that was going on, of course, I was reading stuff, ChatGPT, my doctor. ChatGPT is my assistant doctor. I was checking ChatGPT, I was checking TikTok, I was checking this, I was checking that. So meanwhile, while I was at the hospital, I told them that they should just give me a drug that I can use that will, subside, but they were like I should do the hormonal profile first. As at then, I was still in Lagos and I didn't want to do the hormonal profile again in Lagos. So I was like, I just went to a pharmacy. When I got to MedPlus said the drug they have at the moment is around 25,000 naira. I'm like, no, if I remove 25K from the hormonal profile test I want to do, that's like almost 50K to add, and I'll just do it. So I'm like, I went to another pharmacy very close to my area, and then I got one drug for like 9,000 naira. I'm like, okay, this is still fair. So I used the drug and I finished it, and the bleeding actually stopped, to my surprise. But I didn't like, it didn't kick in immediately. I think the bleeding stopped after like 5 days of using the drug. It stopped, like it reduced drastically, and then by the time I completed the drugs, they were like done. So ever since then, I'd not actually seen my period again. I'm looking forward to seeing it this month, which is June. So the whole of May, I didn't like see my period again. So this is June. I'm still yet to see my period, but at the same time, I'm scared. I'm thinking, what if the period comes back heavy? What if it comes back? And so after I did my hormonal profile and everything is good. And they were like, "Ah, if your hormonal profile is good, so what is now wrong with you, But though the progesterone cannot be determined now because, da 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 da. I'm like, okay. So they were like, you know what, finish this drug. I didn't go back to Maristoop. I went to another hospital in Ibadan here to see a doctor. So they were like, you know what, finish the drug you're using. If the blood continues, then you can now do thyroid tests and maybe PCOS syndrome tests. And I'm like, okay. So the blood did not come again after, like, the period did not come again after I finished the drug. So I'm still good for now, and I believe that my healing is perfect. At some point, my brother was cracking a joke, say, "Omo, you go need touch, you go need touch his garment at this point." Oh, he don't tell the woman we didn't show blood. God forbid, I rebuke it. Guys, girls are going through a lot. When I was at the laboratory, people were just saying, "Oh no, I don't tire." Like, we were all girls, like we were there, we were like women. We were just saying, "Oh no, woman, this thing, no, they finish. If you know be headache today, it will be this one tomorrow. You will do this test. You see a gynecologist, endomologist, like it does not even end. The cycle doesn't end. At what point do we rest? Like, come on." And somebody will now come and ask you what you bring to the table. People are dying of pregnancy. People are going through a lot. And you're still asking what they bring to the table. What am I supposed to bring to the table? Anyway, just kidding. So guys, the reason why I'm sharing this is because I feel like if my friend shared ours, because when I was searching online for similar stories, I saw a story that one of my friends shared, and it was like, I'm like, do you know that I'm going through this exact same thing? I said, so when I'm done with mine, I'm also going to share a story. I mean, you never know who is going through the same thing with you out there. So the best thing for you, honestly, when you if you're going through this, or if you ever go through this, is for you to see a gynecologist immediately, and then get your test done, get a good drug. Don't joke with your health. Health is wealth. Me, I don't even play with these things, and that was why I just wanted to do hormonal profile, because I know that I've done all those full blood counts, hepatitis B, C. I do it like twice in a year. I do this test like twice in a year, every six months. So I don't play with them. So in fact, I'm just so happy that the whole thing is over. I told my mom after, because I know if I told her then she'll be worried. She'll call me. She'll keep calling me every day, every minute. Like, and I do not even need that kind of attention as a then. I was just dealing with myself. I just wanted to be me, like to be alone, and anyway. So do not panic. This can happen to anybody. And my test was really good. My scan was good. I don't have fibroids. Like, I'm good. I've always wanted to do this hormonal profile, because I'm not married yet. I would love to get married and have kids of my own. So I'm always thinking, like, I need to do all of these tests to make one man no come talk say I know they fat or I be something. God forbid, but like, it's just good to know like nothing is wrong with you. So in case you finally find someone and God forbid, like, but what if it's a person that something is wrong with? So but I hope that will not happen to anyone. So I hope this episode resonates with you, and if you like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share with people that are also going through this.